What's up, dudes? It's Molly. Voice is still a little iffy. I got an immediate download, an immediate message. It is 5:55 a.m. to 5:55 might mean something. Spirit said, explain about the wine. So I have a son. He is 21. And before he was 21, he has his dad, who I'm not with, has a child with another woman. That's my son's sister. And I have a child with another man. That's my son's other sister. We've never raised him to say half sister, anything like that. My son has two sisters, one at this house and one at his dad's house. The mother of his sister, when my son was 18-ish, 17, 18, how old, something like that, decided at a party that my son can have a glass of wine. She decided he can have his first glass of wine. Yeah, not cool. Not cool at all. Of course, my son had his first glass of wine. Underage. That woman stole that moment from me, his actual mother, who grew him, raised him to be an honor roll student. Now, since he's gotten older, he's gotten on the dean's list in college. This woman just decided my underage son can start drinking. And I never got that moment with my child to share his first glass of wine with him. That woman stole it from me and him. She just decided. No consequences serving an underage boy alcohol. No consequences on how that might have jettisoned him off his really good path he's on. She just decided. Yeah, not cool. Not cool at all. Very irresponsible. So that's the example that Spirit is telling me. So somebody might see, now that example is away. Now here's a new thing. It has nothing to do with my kid. It has to do with boundaries and how women get away with really bad behavior towards young boys. Somebody may find out their karmic fooled around with a young boy, a young man. If I found out, and it has nothing to do with them now, if I found out an older woman took advantage of my kid sexually, if my kid was 17, 18, that woman was older, in her fucking 30s or 40s, I would lose my fucking shit. And then if my son said, which this didn't happen to my son, but as a mother, if my son said this older woman messed around with me, and then that older woman said, no, I didn't, and then it came out that the older woman, of course, did, I would be so fucking pissed off at that taker woman who took my son's trust, which this didn't happen to my son, who took his dignity calling him a liar, who used him for their own personal supply, a woman who got to find out if she still got it, so she's gonna fuck a little dude. Yeah, that's fucking gross. Somebody's realizing how fucking gross their karmic is. I remember way back in like MySpace time, I remember this younger dude reached out to me. He's like, "Oh, you're cute," something like that. And I responded back, "I'm flattered, honey, but you're way too young for me." Yeah, teenagers aren't sexy. They're children. When somebody gets with somebody and then says, "No, I never got with that person," that is traumatizing to their victim. We have to remember this narcissistic trait like this for supply is very scary. The kind of person that would do this is a very, very scary person. Narcissism is a clustered narcissistic personality disorder. Now let's remember, people don't go into a psychologist and say, "Hey, narcissist here, diagnose me, please." Yeah, there's a lot more people with NPD than are diagnosed because these kind of people don't go in and say, "Diagnose me." This kind of behavior, cluster B behavior, is on the same category as psychopaths, as Charles Manson. Just because someone is a woman doesn't make it less evil, insidious, lying, abusive, stringing along, supply grab. Remember, supply means attention. So Spirit wants us all to learn about supply. And not all supply is created equal. But a narcissist always needs supply. So remember, all of my readings are interactive. And we're going to learn about supply. And we're going to take a minute. And if somebody has stolen a moment that was destined for you and your kid, completely inappropriate, breaks the law, tries to set this person on a path, that's not a good one. Just decides, yeah, that person is not making good decisions for other people. This kind of behavior is very insidious. And it's not cool. So if that has happened to you or your children, somebody has swooped in, did a destiny swap, did a something, treated your child completely disrespectfully, treated you completely disrespectfully, they're going to get their karma. If they got a child, somebody might do it to their kid. If they took a moment away from you that was destined for you, it's going to be taken away from them. Spirit has removed the cord between skanky karmics who are supply mongers and who will fuck anything. Spirit really made it clear who fucks anyone and who cleans up the big mess after it's done. Spirit makes it really clear who decides laws and rules don't apply to them. Well, they just decided it's going to come back to them. All right? Where's my big pile of signs? Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Who's this message for? Who's this message for? Who's this message for? If somebody has a skanky karmic ex, Spirit is having the person see them in the correct light. They can no longer project what they want this person to be. They have to see the truth. This person is a liar and a skank. Virgo. Let's see some more. Listen up. Gemini. Cancer. Aquarius. This message is for all of you. I hear Leo. How sad. Somebody gonna go from a no-class skank to a hood classy sweetie. Yeah, cool.